Today, I'm going to talk about a concept that many people know, but that often remains vague despite how frequently it's used. It's called flow. This moment where everything feels perfect, where your decisions are instant, your awareness is amplified, and the game feels crystal clear. It's normal to struggle to identify this state and to try to reproduce it consistently, because flow requires certain conditions that are specific to each individual. Here, I try to explain what those conditions are, so you can learn to recognize the elements that help you reach this state as often as possible. From a psychologist's perspective, flow is a state where the mind and the body are perfectly aligned. Your brain becomes fully focused on the task at hand. You may feel like time disappears because you're so deeply concentrated, and you notice that your actions become automatic, precise, and effortless. Through experience and self-analysis of your own gameplay, you can usually notice that flow tends to appear when three conditions are met. The first condition: skill matched to challenge. When a task is too easy, you get bored. When it's too difficult, you become frustrated. But when the challenge perfectly matches your skill level, your brain enters a state of optimal engagement. That's the first requirement. The second condition: clarity of goals and feedback. When you know exactly what you're trying to achieve, whether it's winning a fight or pushing a lane, you received immediate feedback from your actions. You become much more aware of poorly placed stunts, whether your kills were properly secured, or whether you actually followed your objectives through to the end. This clarity keeps your focus locked in. And the first condition: mastery of automatism. The more natural your mechanics are, the less you need to consciously think about clicking items or casting spells. In other words, your mind must be free to focus on strategy, adaptation, and reactions, not execution. When these three conditions come together, you experience genuine enjoyment and motivation, even under pressure, and your decisions become faster and smarter. However, flow is a fragile state. Any distraction can break it instantly. This can happen if you get distracted by your teammate tilts, your objective become unclear, or there's a mismatch between the challenge of the game and the actual skill level of the players. To avoid falling into this distraction trap, I suggest preparing yourself properly before entering a fight or making a rotation. It may sound simple, but when I say focus, I mean protect your momentum from anything that might interrupt it, because that happens all the time. If you can't stay focused with a toxic chat, I recommend muting it early. Then identify the other distractions that personally affect you and gradually reduce or eliminate them. Over time, you can even work on unmuting chat while staying immune to emotional noise from excited teammates. I finish by hiding this. Flow isn't just a mental state, it's also a tool for improvement. The more time you spend in flow, the more you refine your existing automatism and your ability to make clear, precise decisions under pressure.